All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to start by giving all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Wachakwadash. Double honors unto the elders and the apostles of the great millstone, whom I learned this truth from. Peace and salutations to the hopefully elect. Akim, pushing the word and truth. And in sincerity, may peace and blessings be upon your households in these last days. All right, and just want to do a quick, quick in transit lesson while I had a little bit of time, on the plantation. But I wanted to go into this video that I came across on YouTube, and it reads U.S. labor market crash. All right, and the Lord Yahweh Bashim Shai, told us that it wasn't going to be no work. Via the scriptures, told us that it wasn't going to be no work for Egypt. All right, the modern day Egypt is America. All right, Slakia. The modern day Egypt is America, according to the book of Revelations. All right. So, this place is going down quick. In the scriptures said it will fall suddenly. We're going to grab that too. Let's play this clip. We'll grab a few scriptures, and then that'll be the end of that.
Program, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for being here. If you're new, please subscribe to my Substack and Patreon to get more and exclusive content. Just follow the links in the video description below to get connected. I would absolutely love to see you there. Well, I have bad news for you today that I would like to discuss. The latest report shows that U.S. employers announced 108,435 layoffs in January alone. This is an increase of 205% from December, from a month prior. This is the highest January total since 2009. So the United States labor market is quite...
All right, so this is on par with the 2007, 2009 crash, which this is gonna be way worse, man. All right, and like she said, nothing but bad news. That's all that the Lord has prescribed for this place called America. Evils, man.
Deteriorating, that's the truth, and there's no denying that. The numbers were revealed in a new report from Challenger, Gray, and Christmas showing that U.S.-based employers announced more than 108,000 job cuts in January alone. That is up sharply from about 35,000 in December. So compare 35,000 in December and then an increase of 108,000 layoffs in January. Year over year, compared to last January, of January 2025, that is, this is a staggering 118% increase. In fact, this was the highest number of job cuts announced in any...
Well, the holidays have come and gone once again, but if you've forgotten to get that special someone in your life a gift...
since 2009, right in the depth of the Great Recession. According to the report, most of these layoffs plans were set at the end of 2025. It actually means that companies entered 2026 already very pessimistic about growth, about consumer demand, and about profitability. Yes, layoffs often cluster in the first quarter. That's been the trend for many years, and that's normal, but this was not a normal January. What's different here and what's very concerning is that hiring intentions collapsed at the same time. Companies announced plans to hire just over 5,300 workers in January. Now, for the United States, that is nothing. This is the lowest number ever recorded for the month of January since Challenger began tracking this data in 2009. This is absolutely unprecedented. We need...
Okay, so, hey, unprecedented times, man. All right, like the scriptures say, a time like never before, man. We're here. All right, so those of us that believe in Yahweh Shema Shai, continue to trust in the Lord. All right, continue to get our minds right, to get our to be on point now more than ever, man, to really lock in, if this is the time to really truly lock into Yahweh Shema Shai, man. All right, in faith, because it's getting ready to get real nasty and bad out here, man. Okay. This is Zephaniah 1:10, and it reads, "And it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord Yahweh." So the Lord said that these things will happen. All right, He said that it wasn't gonna be no work. Meaning what? The grinding is gonna cease, like the scriptures say. There ain't gonna be no jobs, man. Okay, because what? Yahweh Shema Shai is taking this place down. All right, so all you you independent boss babes and whatever you women call yourselves, hey, we getting ready to see. We getting ready to see if you really truly bosses. Okay, once your your so-called six-figure job is is taken away. All right, that there should be a noise of a cry from the fish gate. All right, meaning what? These analysts, all these top economic gurus or whatever you want to call them, these dudes, they up there, they crying, man. All right, everyone's taking to TikTok, everyone's on YouTube, talking about these layoffs. Everyone's talking about it, man. That's the hot topic. All right, no work for Egypt, and all these things were prophesied in the scriptures. And in howling from the second, and a great crash from the hills. All right, the hills represent your governments. Okay, because they're placed on high. They're in a position of power. Okay, a great crashing from the hills, just like this video, the title of it, man. Okay, right on point with the scriptures. The U.S. labor market crash. Layoffs explode. Let's play a little bit more.
Need to take this seriously. When layoffs rise and when high...
Okay, this is very serious. All right, because when people can't feed their families, when people can't, go out and spend money on bread and circus, and, buy, go out to go grab a burger and some French fries. Hey, when people can't do those things, that's when you're gonna see the nastiness of these people, man. All right, that's when that second nature is gonna come into play. People invading one another.
Plans dry up simultaneously, as we see now, this signals something deeper than routine corporate belt tightening or just trying to cut costs. Nearly half of the announced job cuts came...
How to make my man look good when I go out.
What is something that elevates his outfit?
Jewelry, for sure.
So what I want to introduce you to is...
Nice, like you.
3 companies. It came from Amazon, UPS, and Dow. Amazon plans to eliminate around 16,000 corporate roles as part of an internal restructuring. UPS announced as many as 30,000 cuts, which is largely tied to its gradual wind down of its delivery relationship with Amazon. Dow is cutting about 4,500 positions as it restructures operations in response to weaker demand and higher costs. Other companies actually followed suit too. Nike announced workforce reductions, Peloton trimmed staff again, and these are not startups, of course. These are large established firms that are forced to adjust to tougher environment. And if these firms...
Okay, so these white collar jobs, as they will call them, these so-called good paying jobs, man, they're being
Hello, Moto.
all right, so Salakia, we'll let this call pass and finish the lesson. All right, you got all these so-called good paying jobs. They're being taken away, man. Right, and a lot of you women hold these positions. All right, so the Lord is getting ready to put everyone to the test. You know, all that, you know, all the things that you people have been talking, you know, the Lord is getting ready to put everything to the test, man. Okay? Because hey, this place is done. All right, Jeremiah 51:6, flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity. All right, this place has to go down for the iniquity, the transgressions against the Heavenly Father. All right, these Edomites and these other heathen putting their hands on the people of the Lord. All right, this place has to go down. All right, so what should we be doing as believers in the Lord? Getting our houses in order, starting with ourselves, man. For it is the time of the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai's vengeance. All right, this is the Lord's vengeance, destroying this place, dismantling this place. You know, taking it down financially. All right, because that's one thing, you know, with Babylonians, you Americans, man. Your money is everything to you. You know, especially these Western women, man. All right, your money, your handbags, your vehicles, you know, all these things. That's how you able to prop yourself up. But the Lord said He's going to address the pride. Okay, He will render unto her a recompense. Jeremiah 51:7. Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord Yahweh Shema's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. All right? All the nations drunk of the philosophies of America. All right? And that's why they mad. That's why they coming up against this place. All right? You got all these different companies making backdoor deals, excluding America. What do you think that's going to do? You still got people walking around like everything's sweet, man. It's crazy. It really is crazy to see people walking around like everything is still, you know, everything's normal, right? Especially, I live in a city where it's majority of Northern Kingdom. I'm gonna do a lesson too, Lord willing. ICE just bought a detention center on the northeast side of the city I reside in. And you still got Northern Kingdom walking around, all right, like as if nothing is going on. Okay, Jake in general, but you know the it's heavy judgments going out on you Northern Kingdom with these ICE movements. Babylon is suddenly falling, all right. Suddenly, meaning what? It's gonna come unaware, man. And this is what's gonna take a lot of people by surprise. All right, I mean, you would think, you know, these mass layoffs will get the attention of these people, especially you tribes, man, you Israelites. But you still sleep. This is why the Lord gonna destroy you. How for her take balm for her pain, if so she may be healed. All right, Jeremiah 51:9. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. All right, this place is not gonna be healed. Meaning what? It's not everybody is. Oh, we just, you know, it's gonna pass through this. This is just like 2008. You know, this is gonna be this is a rough patch. Nah, man, this is it. All right, this is it, man. Forsake her. Forsake this place. Don't put your trust in this place. All right, you Israelites, man, and let everyone go into his own country. All right, everyone's getting up out of here, man. Okay. You got look up, do some research on the amount of those East Indians, those Edomites returning to their country. They getting up out of this place. They know what time it is, man. For her judgment reaches unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies. All right, meaning what? The Lord has remembered this place, right? And that's why He's destroying it, taking away the goodies. All right, taking away the teats.
Firms are laying off thousands of employees, which doesn't look good on paper. It doesn't look good for their shareholders. What should we expect from smaller and mid-sized companies? The official reasons that are cited for the layoffs tell their own story, and that's something I would like to focus on next. Contract losses were the biggest driver, followed closely by broader economic conditions and restructuring. In other words, companies are seeing less demand, fewer reliable revenue streams, and they experience a significant amount of pressure to cut costs before conditions worsen.
Now a local tax expert will do your taxes for $150 all in. They know your situation, from self-employed.
Truth. Now, as expected, artificial intelligence also showed up as a factor for these layoffs, with more than 7,600 job cuts attributed to AI-related efficiencies.
All right, so ain't nobody gonna be working in a minute, man. All right, nobody, man. You know, they got people talking about, oh, well, you know, my job, AI not gonna be able to really get to, you know, they're not gonna really be able to touch what I do because it has to be. Nah, man. These robots, they're gonna fine tune these robots to come and do everything you people are doing. Right? This Elon Musk already said it. He said humans, you know, humans ain't gonna be needed for nothing. They're gonna have these robots getting down and doing these jobs, okay? Because these robots, they ain't gonna need to take a smoke break. All right, they gonna come to work drunk and high. All right, they ain't gonna be asking for no goddamn raise. You know, they ain't gonna be complaining that they back hurt, they tired, they need a vacation. No, they just gonna work and work and work and get an upgrade and work some more, man. Okay. So this is willing it off here, Isaiah 19:15, and it reads, "Neither shall there be any work for Egypt." There ain't gonna be no jobs, man. All right, so this is something that, you know, we have to prepare ourselves for. Those of us that believe in Yahweh Shemel Shai, there ain't gonna be no work. Okay. So that, you know, the little jobs you better hold on for dear life. Okay, until the Lord takes it away. All right, the Lord's still gonna provide for us, and we gotta believe that, man. Which the head or tail or branch or rush may do. All right, so there ain't gonna be no work that anyone can do very soon. All right, and we're seeing that with these mass layoffs. All right, the Lord is He's taking away, you know, the comforts of America. All right, He's taking away how people make their money, and that's when that real, you know, that's when all hell's gonna break loose. All right, when people can't, you know, get you know, feed their families and put food on the table, and it's getting ready to get nasty, man. All right, that's all, you know, that's all that's gonna come from this. It's getting ready to get a real deal Holyfield out here, man. But with that, we'll close the lesson. Lord willing, it was edifying. Till next time, shalom.